What is going on, basketball fans, and welcome back to NBA GOAT News. Last night, we saw an absolutely insane game between the Denver Nuggets and Brooklyn Nets that went into overtime, with Denver coming out on top 144-139. This game had everything you could want: big plays, clutch moments, and an incredible performance by the Joker. Nikola Jokic showed why he's one of the best players in the NBA, putting up a massive triple-double with 29 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists. Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon added 24 points each, while Russell Westbrook chipped in 22 to help push Denver to victory. Now, Brooklyn didn't make it easy for the Nuggets. They came out firing, scoring 40 points in the first quarter and putting up 72 in the first half. Dennis Schroeder led the way for the Nets with 28 points, while Cam Thomas scored 26 and Cam Johnson added 20. Even Nick Claxton made his mark with 16 points and 12 boards. The Nets actually held a 1-point lead late in the fourth, and with just 24 seconds left, Dorian Finney-Smith had a chance to put Brooklyn up by 2 at the line. He only hit 1 of 2 free throws, and Jokic took full advantage, scoring inside to tie it up with just 8.8 seconds left. Finney-Smith then missed a potential game winner from the corner, sending this one into overtime. Once overtime started, the Nuggets took control, going on an 8-0 run right out the gate. Jokic's leadership and the team's balanced scoring proved to be too much for Brooklyn to overcome, as Denver secured their 4th straight win over the Nets. The Dallas Mavericks took on the Minnesota Timberwolves in an intense game last night, where Dallas ended up winning 120-114. This game was a rematch of last season's Western Conference Finals, so both teams had something to prove. Right from the start, Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards set the court on fire. He dropped a jaw-dropping 24 points in just the first quarter alone. Edwards went 7 of 13 from deep and finished with 37 points, but his night was hampered a bit by some struggles at the line, shooting 6 for 12. But the Mavericks didn't back down. Kyrie Irving was electric in the third quarter, scoring 16 of his 35 points there and keeping Dallas competitive. He hit 6 of his 8 3-point attempts, including a crucial shot with just over 2 minutes left, while being tightly guarded by Randall to keep the Timberwolves at bay. Luka Doncic, while not as efficient as usual, still made big plays when it mattered. He hit a 33-foot dagger in the final minute to put the game out of reach. Luka finished with 24 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, putting his stamp on the game. The Mavericks defense was also clutch, forcing 20 turnovers and converting those into 25 points. They grabbed 12 steals in total, proving that they could get it done on both ends of the floor. PJ Washington chipped in with 17 points and 8 boards, providing a solid support alongside the Mavs stars. Both teams fought hard, but Dallas came away with the W, handing Minnesota their first loss in their new arena this season. Last night, the Sacramento Kings took on Utah Jazz, and it was a big night for the Kings, winning 113-96. Sabonis led Sacramento with an impressive 28 points and 11 rebounds, while De'Aaron Fox contributed 19 points. The Kings took control early and didn't let up, even going up by as many as 27 points at one point. Meanwhile, for the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson put up a solid 21 points and John Collins added 18, but it just wasn't enough. Utah has been struggling, starting the season 0-4 and dealing with injuries to key players like Taylor Hendricks and Markkanen, who both missed significant parts of this game. One big turning point: Markkanen didn't return for the second half due to back spasms, and Sacramento took full advantage. Led by Fox, who scored 10 in the third quarter, the Kings went on a 14-2 run to end the period, effectively sealing the win. The Kings shot only 25.8% from beyond the arc, but they were lethal inside, making 65.6% of their two-pointers. They're moving the ball well, and their mid-range game was on point. For Utah, without Hendricks, they struggled defensively, especially against Sacramento's dribble penetration and crisp ball movement. And we can't forget DeMar DeRozan, who's just getting started with the Kings, scored at least 20 points for his 4th straight game. The Golden State Warriors came out on top against the New Orleans Pelicans last night with a 124-106 victory. With Stephen Curry and Andrew Wiggins both sidelined, it seemed like the Warriors might be in trouble early on, and trouble it was in the first half. New Orleans came out strong, with Zion Williamson scoring a season-high 31 points on 12 for 20 shooting and adding 8 rebounds, while Brandon Ingram dropped 30. New Orleans dominated the boards early and took advantage, building a solid lead, but the Warriors had no plans of staying down. Buddy Hield led the scoring charge with a season-best 28 points, hitting 7 threes, and the Warriors rookie Brendan Podziemski, he turned it on in the second half, finishing 19 points, and sparking a huge rally. His clutch three-pointer in the third tied the game, and the Warriors didn't look back after taking the lead. Another standout performance came from Jonathan Kuminga, who after a slower start this season scored 17 points off the bench. And let's not forget Lindy Waters III, who scored 21 and grabbed 9 rebounds in his best game yet for Golden State. With the team shorthanded, they needed all hands on deck, and their bench really delivered. The Warriors forced 24 turnovers and converted them into 34 points. That defensive intensity, especially after struggling in the first quarter, was the real difference maker. They limited themselves to only 8 turnovers after 21 in their previous game. If you want more basketball recaps, highlights, and news, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.